All right. It's Crypto Plan here, and I'm going to bang out these price predictions because we don't have much time. I believe it's happening in the next few days. Now, if we look at 16th of December as the day Bitcoin broke out, we've had 1-2 days, so it could be as soon as 3 days, 5 days from now, at most 10 days from the 16th. So let's say Stevenson's Day or Boxing Day at the latest that we're looking to move the next leg up based on my prediction that we're moving about 3 times faster than the last consolidations from when Bitcoin led the way about a month earlier than, say, XRP or the general altcoin market. So 8 days to go, 5 days to go, 3 days to go. It doesn't really matter. You've got time to accumulate a little bit more if you like. But let's have a look. Before we have a look at some price predictions for the next leg up, like the video, subscribe to the video if you're new to the channel. Click the notification bell and you can get this content coming to you so you know where you're going. This is all about having a plan. So if the next leg up for you is a take profit point, if the next leg up for you is a sell into Bitcoin moment, if the next leg up for you is buy a smaller coin moment, I don't know what you're doing, but at least have a plan, and this may help you have that plan. So for me, XLM was my lucky coin. I said I snuck in about around here and got it about 8 cents just before the 150% pump. So I'm happy. I'm sitting there. It's kind of like a pocket money coin for me. My biggest bags are XRP and VeChain. And this one's kind of like, well, at the end of the alt season, maybe I'll buy myself a new laptop, or maybe I'll, if it goes really well, I'll buy myself a second-hand car or something like that. Obviously pay the taxman first, but anyway, we'll get right into it. You don't need to hear exactly what my plan is. I'd love to hear what your plan is if you're willing to share. But anyway, let's get right into the price prediction. Now, I don't have much data to go on here on this particular chart because it's the Coinbase chart. It's not showing the last alt season, but we will just have a look at a couple of methods here. And then if we go back and do that retracement, we're looking at somewhere around the 60-cent mark in the next leg up, I reckon, which would give us percentage-wise from where we are right now, 270% move. That's kind of realistic. If it did 150 in the last one, 260% move, I think that's somewhere in the safe zone. We could also just basically do the extreme safe one and go, well, if we did 160% there, then we're at least going to do another 160% from here, which gets us up to like 47, 50 cents. So I would say on the lower end of a prediction, 50 cents is where I'm at. So we go 50 cents. We've got another one at kind of 65 cents. And then if we have a look here and do the kind of Fibonacci retracement of the whole kind of move there, we could potentially get up towards something a little bit more bullish, which is 90 odd cents. So let's kind of, from this data we've got here, we've got a couple of price targets. So I think it's easily going to hit 45 to 50 cents. I think that's a kind of a no-brainer. That's just doing a little bit more than the last leg up. 65 cents is kind of in the middle. Yep, I can see that. And 90 cents is definitely something that I'd be very bullish on. I feel like XLM is very bullish, and in this next kind of pump up, we're going to hit somewhere around the 92 cents, maybe pull back towards the 65 cent level and then head on out of there again. So let's go over to Coin Market or Coin Trader website. I've got a few more kind of targets here. So I've got that 45 cent target. I've got an 80-cent target, I've got a $1.05 target, and then we've got a $3.60 target, which is the full extension of the entire last bear market. So let's do that one first. So if we put the Fibonacci extension on and we see there, so the retracement of the entire bull market, and then if it was to extend again beyond its all-time highs, so the peak of the next alt season is potentially $3.70, because we got up as high as 90 cents in the last alt season. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And remembering we had 2 alt seasons last time, that's kind of realistic. That is kind of realistic, because if we go back down here and say what's an alt season worth in percentage, 3,600%, and if we say from maybe here 3,600%, so we get a little bit shy of that, but it's kind of saying the next alt season definitely could push over the 250 mark, between the 250 mark and the 350 mark. So that's kind of our longer term play. But what we really want to see is the kind of shorter term there. So if we were to go and look at the percentage move since March, which is 633%, and then kind of come across here and go 633%, somewhere around there. That's where we get our dollar mark. And I'd say that's the bullish end of the next leg up, as in where it's going to pump to, where it's going to run to, find some resistance, which is just above the previous all-time high. I think at some point there it'll lose a bit of steam. People will start going, oh, look what I've got here, I'm going to make a trade or do something, or people kind of start doing different things with their profits or whatever. So for me, $1.05, $1.10, that's where we start to kind of consolidate again after breaking through. I don't believe that 90-cent point is going to have any resistance. I think, if anything, the only resistance I can see there is that 45 to 50 mark. So, if we say from now, in the next few days, we make our way to 45 to 50, go sideways for a bit, maybe retrace a bit, and then push on out towards the $1.10, maybe a little bit more. But when you're talking about these, and if you are taking profits or making trades, you've got to have an exit plan, as in you've got to at least sell a little bit. Let's say you set a 15% sell or a 20% sell when it gets to 85, and then if it gets to a 95, you might sell another 20%, and then if it gets to $1.05, you might sell a little bit more, and then you can see where it goes from there. If it hits something and then retraces, well, you might be able to catch it on the way back, because then the chances are once it extends, and it could go much higher than that. I'm not saying it can't. I don't like to make over predictions. It could go much higher than that, but you do want to take profit. You don't want to kind of see it go all the way up and then come back here anyway and go sideways, and you've spent so much time in this process of consolidation, as opposed to getting out just before the top and then going and doing your next move and jumping onto the next thing that's going upwards as opposed to downwards or sideways. So that's my price predictions. We've got 45 cents easily is the next kind of little leg up. We've got somewhere in the range of 65 to 85 as a conservative target, and then we've got our $1.05, $1.10 for a full extension beyond the all-time highs, and maybe a little bit more. But thinking about what are we doing, what are we going to do next, and are we going to scale out of these positions? For me, I would be happy to sell most of my Stellar at $1, having got in at 8 cents. And like I say, it's kind of lunch money for me. It's something that I threw in there at the very end, just before the last pump. I might take that out, buy myself something, save some for the tax man, and then maybe pile a bunch of it into some of those gold and silver stocks and uranium stocks, and those commodities that are going to be a longer 2 to 3 year play. Some of them might pay dividends, that kind of thing. So start diversifying the portfolio a bit with that money there. Anyway, that's where we're at. Where are we at? 10 minutes. Liking to keep these ones short. Price targets for Stellar. If you like these price targets, if you like seeing more of this content, give us a like, give us a subscribe. If you've got any other coins or any other projects you want me to do some price predictions for on the next leg up, please put them in the comments. And if not, stay safe, stay profitable. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I'll see you on the next one.